Hello there, welcome to The Real You. This is Susanna and thank you so much for choosing to watch my videos. I have a question that I would like to ask you. And then we're going to do a tapping session. But first, let me ask you this. What is it that you really want? What is it that you'd really like to have for you? What is it that will make you happy, alive, and could give you a totally new sense of being? What is it? Have you noticed that we spend most of our lives solving problems, fighting, and opposing aspects that we do not want to have in our lives? Individually and collectively, we all fight something. We fight war, diseases, injustice. We fight corruption. We all fight for or against something. But what is it that we really want instead? What if life is not about what we don't want, but more about what we want? So how much have you made your life all about solving problems instead of creating? If you as an individual could eventually stop making these choices of lack, insecurity, sense of victimization, then you could create around you another sort of reality. And this reality could influence other people's realities. And if others could do the same, so they created different realities around themselves within this big reality of ours, eventually the whole reality could shift. And we could all move towards something greater. So maybe fighting is not the key. Because if fighting was the answer, then we would have solved many of these essential problems by now. But we haven't we? Unfortunately, we keep dealing with the same problems. And not only that, but we keep creating new ones. So how much are you in this permanent defense against life? Things are quite simple, you know. You have to start creating that which seems true and real to you. Deep down in your heart. When somebody comes to see me for a consultation, I always ask them these two questions. Why do you choose to have this problem? And two, what would you like to have instead? Many times they don't know. So what would you like to have in your life? What if you could take all this energy that you have put into creating and manifesting all these limitations and problems in your life, and then all this energy that you're now putting into fighting against them, and use this energy to create something else? Because if you're willing to create a new reality for yourself, then you have to be willing to let go. The answer is not in the fight or in the resistance that you're putting against it. In fact, the more you resist, the stronger it gets. The more real you're making it. So what do you think will happen if you let go? Nothing bad will happen. The worst thing that could happen is that you find yourself. So how much of you can you now receive? So you can come out of this victimization mode and start creating your life. And what is it that you want for yourself? If you were a magician, what would you do? What type of magic would you spread in the world? Because you know, in truth, you are already a magician. In truth, you are creating your life. Every single instant. Consciously or not, you are leading your life. You are the leader. You are the one who's making the choices. So just stop for a moment and look at your life with everything that it contains. With all these problems you're now facing, and ask yourself, why am I choosing all this? Why have I chosen this life? Why have I chosen this family? Why am I doing this job? Why have I made all these choices only to fight against them now? So what if you don't have to make any sense of all this and just use the choice that you have available to you every single second of your life to choose something which is truthful to you, which corresponds to who you really are and with what you truly want? Because if you want to keep what you're having now, then go on and keep it. Go on and appreciate it. Go on and cherish it. Be grateful for it. And stop complaining or blaming others. Just assume. I chose to have this job. I chose to have this stomach problem. I chose. You choose all the time. It is not the government. It is not your family. It is not your mother. Nobody can change your life. And nobody could make you do anything against your will. Maybe all these choices were made unconsciously. But here you go. Now you're becoming aware of that. And if you could choose something now, this time consciously, what would you choose? I'll be doing a short tapping session with what is it that you really want. So please stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.